Well, hello again, YouTube. Pardon smoke. I smoke. Get over it. Serious. It's wet and stormy. Like I told you, I just made a Glock video, Glock 19. But while we had time, it's wet and raining and storming down here in South Alabama. So we wanted to take this time to do a little content. And I want to review a pistol. And I call it, the pistol I nicknamed it Heartbreak. And I'll tell you why in a minute. You'll know why. So, hope everybody's doing good today. Like and subscribe, share, notify. Do all that stuff that you want to do that you're supposed to do according to YouTube. So, what we have today is you probably know the handgun. We have a Smith & Wesson CSX. It's a 9mm. Compact, what do you call that? Not compact, but smaller than compact. It's a damn tiny little gun. Okay, it's clear. Magazine's clear. So let's talk about it. CSX by Smith & Wesson. Love the controls on the gun. If you come from a 1911 background like I do, you'll like the controls. Cocked and locked featured, and that's why I bought it. It's a hammer-fired, high-capacity 9mm handgun. Comes with they ship it with a 10-round and a 12-round magazine. Speaking of that, they could have done a little better with this spacer on this 12-round. Every time you remove the magazine from the gun, you have to push that damn spacer back down. That's glue it down before you ship it. I know it's made to be removed, but why? So that's a problem for me. Okay, so let's get to it. The Smith & Wesson CSX is a high dollar. I call it high dollar. The gun retails for over $600, $609. Okay, it's an all aluminum frame, micro compact. That's the word, micro. 12-round. Handgun. I fell in love with it on the internet. Okay, that's where the heartbreak comes in. Upon buying the handgun, I was disappointed, and I'm still disappointed. Let me put that out. When you look at this gun on the internet, you see features, if you're from a 1911 background, that pique your interest, okay? I love the extended stock. It's got really nice controls on it. Both sides, it's ambidextrous. It's easy to engage that slide stop or disengage it. It has a cocked and locked feature. Ambidextrous, of course, on both sides. Now, here's the unique thing about that. Is in a locked position right here, hammer back, you can still run the slide to unload your pistol, and it stays up in the cocked position. That's cool. I like that. I wish the 1911s would do that, but they don't. Magazine release can be changed. It's not ambidextrous, but you can change it. It comes with different little pad modules that snap on the back here if you don't like the thickness of it. So let's put the mag back in it. You get just enough purchase on it. The gun is a smooth shooting firearm. It really is. It's an easy recoiling firearm. But now, I want you to notice this. Watch right here. You see that movement? Okay, that movement goes all the way through the slide, barrel, and everything to the front. Don't tell me that doesn't affect the accuracy of this handgun, because it does, badly. We'll get to that in a minute. Trigger. When you first see this gun and you see these 1911 style controls, and you see this bladed trigger here, it's got the little safety blade in the middle, but you would think naturally that this trigger, when activated, slides back like a 1911. It does not. This is a single action hammer fired handgun that should have a really nice trigger. It don't. It is a hinged trigger. Your finger, see where the safety, your finger has to be right here on the bottom, rubbing against this rail for that trigger to feel anywhere near decent. I mean, you can't hardly even pull it up there. You cannot pull it up there. It has to be down here to activate that because it doesn't go over the entire length of the trigger. Can you see that? So what you wind up here with down here on a single action hammer fired pistol is about a 11-pound trigger. 11-pound trigger. I don't have a gauge, but I'm guessing at about 11 pounds. I've watched videos where other guys have gauged them, and they've used a trigger scale, and they could be anywhere from 8.5 to 11 pounds. And they say that more that you use it, it breaks in and becomes a little smoother. It would have to be. I don't carry this gun because of that trigger. As far as the reset, all right, as far as the reset goes, I could care less. I mean, but let me show you what we're talking about here. Okay. That people are saying there's a false reset. There is a noise. I don't know if you can hear it. Let's see if we can hear it. Hear it? That does not fire the gun. That's not the reset. The reset is a little further out. One, hear that? There's the reset, okay? The reset is short, but you've got that false noise inside this gun. And the best I can determine, if you'll look, it's this trigger blade that's making that little creep. It's caused many people to think their gun was reset when it's not. Okay, I bought this gun knowing that. I knew that it had that false, that sound that people would interpret as a reset. I knew that. I could get past that because I'm not going to sit and run the reset in a defensive handgun. The false idea out here is that reset is important in a defense handgun. It's not. It could be, but it's not in a defensive situation. It's not as important as it would be with target shooting. Okay, if you want to run the reset, click reset. The only time that would affect you would be when you're bullseye shooting at targets. If you're defensive shooting and you're not worried about speed, look, this ain't no competition handgun. It's made to save your life. That false reset is what I'm calling it. That click is not going to affect you in a self-defense handgun situation where you have to save your life. You ain't going to pay to reset a damn bit of a difference on no gun. Okay, so the gun weighs 19.5 ounces. Single action, hammer fired, like we said, with cocked and locked. It has standard sights. I don't know. It does have a windage adjustable rear sight. Back the Allen screw out, bump it over, tighten the Allen screw back down. I told you one of the bigger perks that I liked about it, selling points, was the aluminum frame. It didn't have a plastic or polymer frame. The barrel is stainless. It's 3.1 inches long, so it's a 3-inch barrel. The gun, the CSX stands for Chiefs Special X, which I contribute to 10-round magazine, but it comes with a 10 and a 12. I'm not going to talk a whole lot more about this gun. I will not recommend this gun at this time. It's too much going on with it that's an issue to me. The price, it's way overpriced for what you get. I think it's a good starting idea on this design, but as far as being refined, I don't think it's time yet to call it a safe and a safe carry gun that you could rely on. Because let's be frank with it. I've had the reset cost me. I mean, I've been shooting and let off, hear the reset quit, and pull the trigger, and it didn't do anything because it was not reset. That and the trigger weight, that trigger weight's awful. You thinking hammer fired single action, you're going to get a 2.5, 3 pound trigger, like especially if you're a 1911 guy like me. You thinking you're going to get a 1911 style trigger? Absolutely not. This gun, and this is a fact. I wish I had a trigger scale to show you. The single action trigger pull on this gun is heavier than it is at $609 average retail than a Ruger Max 9 that I bought with a striker fired trigger. This single action is heavier. I'm not happy with that. I mean, accuracy, we've already discussed it. There's way too much play. Listen, that's not doing this. That's just the slide to frame fitment is poor. It's poor. Smith & Wesson should have done a better job on this or not released it until they refined it. So I won't carry it. I'm not going to let my wife carry it. You see where it's at? It's in the plastic in the box where it is when I bought it. And to be honest, that puts a poor taste in my mouth, with Smith & Wesson firearms. I've loved Smith for years. And I think they were just in such a hurry to get in the micro, high-capacity 9 game that they sacrificed quality and put a bad mark on their brand. That's my opinion. Do I recommend it? No. I would much rather you experienced or inexperienced. This isn't, even if this gun was right, it's not for the inexperienced because you only can carry it cocked and locked. You can't back that hammer. There are handguns out there like this that are built like this, similar, that have a decocker. That's another option if you're inexperienced. I wouldn't suggest it. I'd stick with striker fired. I named it Heartbreak for that reason. I wanted to love this gun. I'm going to let it sit in the safe. I may polish the insides. I could probably get the trigger weight down. But as far as that slop, from that slide to frame fitment, the accuracy suffers terribly. That same Ruger I was just telling you about, just a standard $300 Max 9, will shoot this at 10 yards. 2-inch posted thing. That gun, you're lucky to hit 8-inch pipe plate, and I'm not exaggerating. And again, just like with the Glock 19 video, me and other friends have fired this gun, rested, standing unsupported, whatever. There's no accuracy to be had out of this copy of this gun. And I feel like it's across the board. Why would they send out, I know why they made those tolerances so loose, because they wanted the gun to be fast, because it's single action. It's junk. So Smith, if you're watching this, by anybody that knows Smith, works for Smith, leave me a comment, send me an email, a link or something, tell me what I can do. Why would I want to send in a brand new gun to be fixed? I don't like that when the company says, well, tell them to send me the gun back and I will make it right. Well, make it right when I buy the damn thing. I don't buy a gun to sit here now and I got to send it in and wait 2 or 3 months for you to send me the same gun back saying, well, that's the way it was designed. Look, fix it or pull them off the shelf till you can get it right. So anyway, y'all have a good day out there. Have a blessed day. We got more content to come. While it's raining this morning, we're going to do a couple of hunting rifle videos. At least one, maybe. My little dog here, he's scared of lightning and thunder, and I'm having to spend time with him because it's doing just that out here. But that's my opinion on the Smith & Wesson CSX. The Smith SD9VEs and the VE line, the second, third generation Sigmas, way better gun than this. Half the price. So, thank you for watching. Do all the liking and subscribing and all that stuff that you do. God bless you. Let's put God back first in life and get our priorities back in line here. So, thank you for watching. Have a great day.